Procurement Foundation holds free Kinsai Season 2 football coaching program in East Giant Hills. The news in detail, and first the local news. The Shat Sukara festival was observed at Biar Etnar Senrat Tuber Kemaishnong, drawing dignitaries, community leaders and cultural groups. Local MLA Kermin Shilla attended as chief guest, with JHADC Deputy CEM Lasky Rambai as guest of honor. More than 20 Senrat groups showcased traditional arts through singing, dancing and folk performances. In his address, Shilla highlighted the festival's role in giving thanks to Mother Nature and urged continued support for farmers and cultural traditions. Rambai emphasized preserving language, dress and food traditions, while Senrat Tuber leaders stressed peace, love and rituals tied to farming cycles. The festival concluded with a strong message of cultural pride, sustainability and community solidarity. Arts and Culture Minister Sanbor Shalai today inaugurated a new link road behind the NEFA Secretariat in the cantonment area, aimed at easing traffic congestion and improving connectivity. The project, executed by the Public Works Department Roads, covers 0.185 km with MBT construction work at a sanctioned cost of 3.36 crore rupees. Undertaken under the MDA government led by the Chief Minister, the road is expected to enhance accessibility in the Secretariat and cantonment localities. Speaking at the event, Shulai emphasized the government's commitment to tackling Shillong's traffic woes, noting that plans are underway for a 4-lane road from Rilbong Point to Barik.
Today, in this inauguration, the inauguration of the construction, including MBT of Ling Road. It means this Ling Road. Behind NEFA Secretariat. This land belongs to the government of Arunachal Pradesh. Within cantonment area, Shillong sanctioned for an amount of rupees 3 crore 36 lakh 18,000 under the state special plan assistance.
Chanika Siangshai, a resident of Wapung Skur village in East Giant Hills, lauded the Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana, or the PMMY, during an interview with DD News. Calling it one of the good initiatives from the central government, she highlighted how the scheme has supported entrepreneurs and startups like her farmer producer company, or the FPC. Chanika availed a mudra loan under the Tarun category, rupees 5 to 10 lakh, enabling her to invest in the equipment such as slicers, grinders and solar dehydrators. Expressing gratitude, she thanked Prime Minister Narendra Modi for the opportunity to enhance and market local products, urging others to apply individually or as groups to take advantage of the scheme.
For us, especially for the entrepreneurs, for the startup like us. We are running an FPC, so the FPC needs a lot of a project to be installed in the office. For example, like slicer, grinder, and dehydration, like a solar dehydration. So we need a backup or like a schemes so that we can improve through technology, like value addition for our products. So what we have done, we have taken mudra loan, which is a tarun. I think so. It's a tarun loan, which is 5 lakh up to 10 lakh. So it is one of the benefits, especially for running an FPC or a small micro enterprises like SHG. They can take this loan.
The Khasi Students' Union on Saturday organized the Khasi National Awakening Day with a rally attended by members, school students and local Dorbar authorities. Addressing the gathering, KSU leader Lambok Marangar reaffirmed the organization's commitment to keeping the community aware and united, warning against attempts to divide the Khasi people. He raised concerns over influx and urged support for the cause of the community. The rally, which began at Bharat Scouts and Guides and concluded at Lom Shatsngi, was held under tight security arrangements by law enforcement authorities.
Kami kapot bakani kasi yang sok berjaya perkemau yang iwai pewai bakani gari kilai pausian ki khat adolai kani gari bakar khungur pang blai bat kamdai gari jong kinong bai kadai terpeng bat kesangti jong ki khun jo bri hul trap kiban penti kena kiban sumar ik kulit jongka bat ban sumar yakinong kenti jongka bat kham tang penne jata kersdi dostor bat kasnap kerpang ka jongka.
A Maruti 800 carrying 2 occupants narrowly avoided tragedy after being hit by a truck and crashing into a police checkpoint barrier at Paham's Aim along National Highway 6 on Saturday around 11 a.m. The car, driven by Marcus Maupnyang of Korstep village with his companion Simon Maring, was returning from a hardware shop when the accident occurred. The truck, driven by Anan Ali, en route from Guwahati to Shillong, struck the vehicle, causing it to ram into the barrier. Both occupants of the Maruti 800 escaped without injuries, though the car sustained damage. Nongpo police quickly reached the scene to investigate and initiate legal proceedings. The cause of the accident and responsibility remain under inquiry. Thousands of residents of Rait Marangar under Himamalayam's aimship, along with people from across Ribhoi district, gathered today for the annual Jing Tongdo Paitbak, or the community fishing ritual, at the sacred fish pond in Mouthland Borkusi village. The mass fishing event, led by King Richard's Aim, was preceded by customary offerings and prayers before participants entered the pond. Elders, clan leaders and community figures joined in the ceremony, which holds deep cultural and religious significance, symbolizing unity and collective worship. King Richard's Aim described the ritual as an expression of gratitude to God, seeking blessings for peace, prosperity and good governance.
Andalaya akum ni jikon ki hajar nagarai marangan nilai penkoi ya kaya molong sin disnem. Andalanda penkoi ya kaya molong ngidon pan kana kajingla ni ambe hulan sin disnem. Kata kadai karte kedustur. Kibola bo da kelang sua musuh apa karai marangan kajing. Saya kena kajingla ni am kelarkom. Kumbala bo da kelang sua musuh. Kena kajing le niam ka kenya ka kriam kelengda ketengda kena long kamdai kata masa kendrai soban hiar so penlaya ka ngidon karniam karkom bantong banong pendep ka kenya ka kriam.
Now let's move on to the regional news. BJP National President Nitin Nabin attended a public meeting in Lakhipur today, interacting with party workers and local residents. The gathering highlighted the party's outreach efforts in the region, with Nabin emphasizing organizational strength and grassroots engagement. The event drew significant participation, reflecting growing political activity in the area.
প্রত্যেকটা প্রতিশ্রুতিকে অক্ষরে অক্ষরে পালন করার কাজ বিগত 5 বছরে আমরা করেছি। আজকের দিনে আমি ধন্যবাদ জানাবো আসামের মাননীয় মুখ্যমন্ত্রী ডক্টর হিমন্ত বিশ্ব শর্মা মহাশয়কে, যার নেতৃত্বে বিগত 5 বছর আমরা আসামের
Manipur Chief Minister Yumnam Khemchand Singh arrived at the Lengang Poki police outpost in Jiribam today. The visit underscores the state government's focus on strengthening law and order mechanisms and engaging directly with local security personnel. The Chief Minister's presence highlights ongoing efforts to ensure safety and stability in the region. Moving on to the national stories. Vice President C.P. Radhakrishnan today underscored the importance of education in nation building while presiding over the 3rd convocation ceremony of Mahatma Gandhi Central University. Addressing scholars and faculty, he awarded gold medals to students for their outstanding academic achievements. Following the ceremony, the Vice President is scheduled to visit the Bhiti Harwa Gandhi Ashram in West Champaran's Gonaha block, where he will pay tribute to Mahatma Gandhi.
Areas of chemistry, from Indianizing anthropology and management to national.
Union Minister Kiren Rijiju today said that any misunderstandings regarding the foreign contribution or the Regulation Amendment Bill 2026 FCRA will be addressed, assuring that organizations working for public welfare will not face disruption. During his visit to Kerala, Rijiju emphasized that while strict action will be taken against violations, genuine welfare activities will remain unaffected. He noted that concerns raised by Christian missionaries would be considered and reiterated Prime Minister Narendra Modi's commitment to the welfare of all citizens. Accusing opposition parties of spreading misinformation, Rijiju clarified that all foreign contributions are regulated under the FCRA framework.
I have given full assurance. The Christian community need not worry at all. I have assured them our proposed FCRA amendment bill will only help and support the good NGO people. It will only target those illegal organizations working against India's interest and those who are illegally funding the money for wrongful purpose. So the good organizations need not worry, especially the Christian organizations. I want to give them full assurance that it will not harm genuine organizations.
Prime Minister and senior BJP leader Narendra Modi today held a closed-door meeting with key party leaders and stakeholders in Chennai. During his visit, Modi also met music composer and therapist Ramesh Vinayakam and his family. Vinayakam, known for his playback singing and invention of the patented Gamaka box, a device related to ornamentation in Indian classical music, shared insights with the Prime Minister. Senior BJP leaders present included Union Minister of State Dr. L. Murugan, former Governor Tamilisai Sondara Rajan, State BJP President Nainar Nagendran, former State Leader Annamalai and Vanathi Srinivasan. The discussions focus on strengthening the party's presence in Tamil Nadu. Now let's have a look at the international stories. The West Asia conflict escalated sharply on Saturday with fresh Iranian attacks and air defense interceptions reported across the Gulf, leaving civilian areas affected by falling debris. Missiles and drone exchanges intensified across multiple fronts. In a major development, a U.S. Air Force F-15E Strike Eagle was shot down over Iran on Friday. Both crew members ejected. One has been rescued, while search operations continue for the second. Iranian authorities have urged civilians to assist and announced a reward for information on the missing crew member. Tensions between Russia and Ukraine have risen sharply, with reports of renewed military activity and heightened diplomatic strain. Both sides have accused each other of provocations, raising concerns of further escalation in the ongoing conflict. International observers are closely monitoring developments as the situation threatens regional stability and could impact global security dynamics. And coming up are the sports news. The Kerman Foundation hosted the second day of trials for its free Kinsai Season 2 football coaching program at the East Giantia District Sports Association ground. The initiative is open to boys under 17 and girls aged 13 to 18 from East Giantia Hills. Despite limited publicity, 150 players were selected with notable participation from girls, 24 in total, compared to lower numbers last year. General Secretary Smiti Simi Kongtiang expressed satisfaction with the turnout and hoped for the program's success throughout the year. Participants and parents praised the well-organized trials, with several girls highlighting the valuable experience gained from coaches and management. The under 15 and under 17 categories met their targets, while under 13 trials will continue to reach full enrollment.
The last minute advertisement, we can still get this much numbers, so we are happy and we are excited also to meet the 150 selected players. So hoping that the trial today will be fruitful for the entire year program. And today we are quite happy with the girls coming up. We have a few girls who have secured their percentage attendance, because these girls, they don't have to do the trial again, but we are going to select from these girls today. And we are happy that because last time also we have very less girls, and this time we are having quite a good numbers.
Punjab Kings defeated Chennai Super Kings by 5 wickets at the M.A. Chidambaram Stadium, chasing down a target of 210 runs in 18.4 overs. Skipper Shreyas Iyer top scored with 50, while Priyansh Arya's 39 earned him the Player of the Match award. Earlier, CSK posted 209 runs and 5 wickets, with Ayush Mahatre contributing 73 runs. This marked CSK's 6th consecutive home defeat and their second loss of the season, while Punjab Kings began their 2026 campaign with back-to-back wins. Now for the weather report. First, let's take a look at the weather report in Tura. The minimum temperature was recorded at 23 degrees Celsius, maximum temperature 31 degrees Celsius, the relative humidity 55%. Moving on to Shillong, minimum temperature was 16 degrees Celsius, maximum temperature 26 degrees Celsius, and the relative humidity is 51%. Meanwhile, in Jawai, the minimum temperature 16 degrees Celsius, maximum temperature 25 degrees Celsius, relative humidity 66%, And the forecast in Tura, Shillong and Juwai says generally cloudy sky with moderate rain at many places. And now, before we end the news, the headlines once again. Shat Sukara Festival celebrated at Biar Ednar Senrat Tuber Mai Shnong. New Ling Road inaugurated in Shillong's cantonment area by Arts and Culture Minister Sanbor Shulai. Raj Marngar observes traditional Jingtong Do Paitba ritual at Sacred Fish Pond in Mount Lem, Borkusi. Vice President C.P. Radhakrishnan highlights education's role during the third convocation ceremony of Mahatma Gandhi Central University. Anchorman Foundation holds free Concise Season 2 football coaching program in East Giant Hills. Well, viewers, with that we have come to the end of the news. Until we meet again tomorrow, thank you for watching and good night.